So I'm back at the intersection close to Terminal de Coca-Cola, and I'm looking for another bus today, and I will see whether I find it. Shorter distance than last week, but I'm looking for it in the same place. Well, it certainly is stimulating to be here. Haven't found where I'm going, but I don't think I'm too far. Is this it? I don't know. There are signs that at least kind of. We'll find out. That bus. As you can see, I'm kind of somewhere, and I don't know if I was actually on the right bus. It went by where I was going to go, and I just kept going. So there might have been other buses that got to where I was going quicker, but as it is, I am going to go back to where I wanted to go, I hope. Well, this is the road to Escazú, and that is where I wanted to go. So I'll just follow this road more or less straight, but I might turn off because there is one thing I wanted to see. So Escazú has a lot of condominiums, and there's a shopping mall. So it's like one of the newly developed and in places wealthy parts of the San Jose area. But as you can see, and as often the case, neighborhoods can be really mixed here. So this doesn't look especially hoity-toity just yet, and we'll just walk along and continue to see. Just a few blocks further on, this looks more like it, green and parky and stuff as I walk along the trail. It is a little bit hotter today, especially this is lower, and a little bit harder. And one reason I put the bus part at the beginning is, even if I wasn't on the right bus, the buses to this area do all leave from that district. I was probably just a couple blocks away from where I wanted to be. And you can see, even though this is a fancy neighborhood, to get there, you still have to go through a hectic part of San Jose, and that's something that's pretty common here. As you can see through there, we are at Cerro Alto, High Hill. So that looks like that's a pretty affluent housing development of some sort. And yeah, the neighborhood did change really quickly, as is often the case around here. It might change back in a couple blocks, I don't know. So you can see already, or at least I can see, it's apparent to me, I don't know how it comes across in the video, the usage of space, it feels like I'm in an American town for the most part. And there are parts about that I like. I do like feeling a little bit more expansive and relaxed and seeing this green on either side. I do miss some of the neighborhood character, that you don't have the mini supers every couple blocks. Instead you have this. But I'm having fun exploring this. Apparently, Escazú is also the city of witches. La Ciudad de Brujas. I did not know that. I'm going to be doing something a little bit less magical today, because I'm going to head down this road. I'm going to check out the shopping mall. I do like going to malls. So we continue to have a lot of small business plazas along this road, but as you can see, there are still some empty lots here. So uneven development pattern. So on the other side of the fence, that building over there is Mall Plaza Escazú. And I don't actually know how to get in there because we have a fence around it, but I'm assuming there has to be some type of entrance. So I'm going to walk around in circles until I can go to the mall. So this is the entrance to the mall, somewhere through this. And as is often the case, I don't know how much footage I'll actually get in the mall, if any. Well, one thing I can say is it is a spacious mall and a large mall too. I'm just looking for a milkshake now though. Apparently a 3-story mall too, at least. Right now I'm just looking for the food court and a restroom. Let's see how that goes. So this is the mall food court. As you can see, a lot of American chains. Actually settled on a McDonald's milkshake because there's not a Pops here. It is cheaper but not as good, but satisfying enough. So I left the mall and I'm still in the district around it. And the next part is I'm going to see the old part of Escazú in this direction. By the way, Escazú is pronounced with the stress on the last syllable, and I'm having kind of problems doing that and maybe overemphasizing and getting it wrong anyway. In any case, so I'm maybe walking up this way. I spent a little bit of time at the mall. I've gone on some adventures here, but today and the last couple days and maybe for the rest of my time here, I'm kind of tired and I'm kind of taking it easy. So I just went to the mall and walked around the air-conditioned mall. And now I'm just going to walk a little while and then take a bus back to town. So 2 things to notice here. First, this building is called Da Vivienda, and viviendo is the present participle of to live, or the gerundo if you prefer. And so when I first saw that, I thought, oh, that must be like some type of new condominium or living. But look at those windows and look at the pattern of that building. That does not look like a building that people live in with those big windows. That looks like some type of office building, and then there is also maybe like there's gyms or something in there. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to know what things are here. Then the other thing in this direction, you can see those hills, and those hills are the same hills more or less as when we were in Escazú last week, and that is the direction I'll be going. And as you can see, there's housing on the hills for a while, then it ends in trees and green as you hit the mountains. So I've rejoined the main road, the road I was on before I took the detour to the mall. And as you can see, traffic is a problem here. That's the case in a lot of places. And I do actually still have a ways to go before I reach the center of the old city. But it's still 20 minutes before 4. So I should get there before it's dark at least. I took a turn and now I'm walking along this road, and here I have a nice sidewalk. And as you can see from that Krispy Kreme sign, we're still in an area that has a lot of like US chains US chains are common in a lot of places here, but Krispy Kreme, for example, this is the only Krispy Kreme I've seen since I've been here. So we're still in kind of a fancy district, I guess, but as is often the case, that will pop on and off as I walk along. This is still easier and more pleasant than a lot of walks I have had, like just 2 days ago when I was in Heredia and San Pablo. Compare the amount of space and shade and green I have here, it's a lot more. So I'm doing okay. I'm getting kind of tired of walking along, looking forward to going home, but it's okay. So I turn towards the south and I'm going uphill towards Old Escazú. This isn't like super vigorous, but it has been uphill, so it is making me tired, but I'm pretty close. And look I have some shade. And to our right, behind that fence where those trees are, we have a country club and a golf course, which does exist here, but is nowhere near as common in the US, of course. There's limited space. And then over here, you can see we have some tall buildings. So this continues to feel like a really affluent area. And a lot of times when I hear rumor or gossip about how rich or how poor an area is, a lot of times that's exaggerated, and when I get there it's like but here, I mean, like, I've heard this is like the Beverly Hills of San Jose, and it is clearly the most affluent and the newest feeling place I've been in the San Jose area. So right now I'm on a straight road leading into the center of the old town. And a few technical notes. So Escazú is a canton in San Jose province, and I've probably been in several districts today, and the district I'm about to enter is the head district, Escazú district of Escazú province. And like other cantons in the area, it includes places that are really close to the city, like what we saw, and then some of the canton is way out in those hills, so it's a mix of both. So you can also see that once we left that one road and came into the old town, things are looking more like a typical small town around San Jose. Narrower streets, more local businesses, kind of cracked sidewalks, that type of thing. So it feels kind of homey. So here we've reached the center of town. This is the Central Plaza. You can see we also have the witch and then a doll, and I've seen the doll before with little red marks. Jade, is that you? Little Cal, is that you? And in this direction, we have the church. Well, this is something about Escazú. They do not just have a municipalidad, city hall. They have a city palace. Wow. Church of St. Michael the Archangel. Usually, cities are named after a patron saint. This is not San Miguel, though. It's Escazú, which I assume is a native word. And we have some type of fair or carnival going on right here. So if I want to make an obvious point, I would talk about the contradiction between the shopping mall area full of, American chain restaurants and more traditional old town. Luckily, I'm too hot and tired to give you a video essay about that. And after all of that effort to get here, I'm actually just going to jump on the nearest bus because the sun is getting lower and I'm getting tired and thirsty. So I'll make some summing comments when I can. So I just jumped off this bus here, and you recognize this. This is the park Dr. Solon Nunez, near the hospital, west edge of town, and I'm going to walk because it's getting late. I want to get home. So I'm by Mall San Pedro, where I've been many times, got off the bus. Took 4 buses today, 2 there and 2 back. Just have to walk another 15 minutes home or so through the UCR campus. So today I saw something that I've been meaning to see for a while. Really, since my first few weeks here, I've heard about this place, Escazú, and I wanted to go and see what it was like. And, okay, so I'm going to say something that's kind of trite. A lot of what I saw, it's a lot more pleasant when there's a little bit more green space, wider sidewalks, stuff is more maintained. That's all nice. On the other hand, the fact that it's a lot of chain businesses and stuff like that, that's not what I came here to see. But so it was interesting, and there's 2 sides to that, and you can see and judge for yourself. Now it's time to go home.